I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
So if you want to take off that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us to the great state of Virginia, where we find a stupid frauditor. That's right, stupid. As he asked a black man a highly insensitive question. Why would you do that, Frauditor? The internet's going to roast you for this, brother. Sit back, watch, and unbelievably try to enjoy, although it's tough.
Can you move your finger, please?
Excuse me?
Can you move your finger, please? Thanks.
You alright?
You're here on a call for service?
No, I'm not. I'm working extra duty here at this location. So I'm doing security for the property.
And do you think that it's appropriate that a major corporation can hire the government to work as private security and then you get to wear all your accoutrement and everything else that's issued to you by the government?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, I'm asking you. Uh-oh. Got a smart guy here. I better call it in.
This is our Frauditor, Humpty Dumpty. I think you would agree his head is shaped like an egg, hence his name, Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, he doesn't like cops, and he's going to say something terrible to this cop. He probably doesn't think it's terrible, but I tell you what, Humpty Dumpty, we're going to call you out for it. We're going to ride you for all it's worth, sweetheart. Or should I call you baby boy?
No, I'm just documenting that I'm out here just speaking to you, that's all.
Say again, you're not obligated to speak to me?
Yeah,
Did you say you're not obligated to speak to me?
No, I said I'm documenting that I'm speaking.
Oh, you're documenting that you're speaking to me?
Yeah, I'm just letting my
For
dispatch.
Wawa or for the government?
No, I'm just letting my dispatch know that.
So you're telling the government about a private citizen on private property that you're working a secondary job, you're calling into the government on them because you said something to them first.
No, just let my dispatch know.
Why?
In case anything happens, that, hey, I'm
In case
here.
anything happens, so what, am I suspicious?
What's wrong, Frauditor? Are you upset that this man has 2 jobs and you can't even find one? This idiot drives his wife around town and delivers Grubhub all day. Yeah, and delivered it to a college campus. I'm pretty sure they don't tip too well on that college campus, Frauditor. So that's what you're pissed off about? That you don't have a job? And this man right in front of you has 2 jobs. Oh, you poor thing. Have you called your mama lately? And maybe she can give you a job cleaning out the basement.
No, I didn't say you're
So then why are you telling dispatch about me for Wawa?
Just letting them know I'm on a citizen.
So answer my question. Do you think it's okay that for a private corporation can hire the government in full government dress, vehicle, gas that is costing, your salary, your benefits and everything? You think it's okay that a private corporation can hire the government for private security and then you can't even keep your mouth shut when somebody's just looking at you? You're working for Wawa, so you shouldn't be having any government authority to begin with. You're working for a private corporation, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's up to the business to hire us.
Oh, can I hire you? How much do you cost?
Well, you have to go through Hampton Police.
Well, how much you getting paid? How much you getting paid?
I'm not going to disclose.
Oh, of course not. Because you get paid by a private corporation. I can't FOIA that from your city.
All right.
Well, now, Frauditor, I'll tell you something. Whatever this officer makes, he's making substantially more than you do delivering food to college students. You're a pitiful man. And your wife puts up with this? She must be more pitiful than you are. Of course, looking at the two of you together, you make a perfect couple. Many happy years together, Frauditor.
Do you have any questions?
I have. I've asked you a bunch of questions and you haven't answered them yet.
Questions that don't pertain to this.
Oh, so you get to do your job at a private corporation, but nobody can ask you questions about your job while you're here because you're working for the private corporation and not the government. Is that what you're saying?
It's not quite, but...
Oh, well, what is it? That's a question. Answer it.
So what would you like me to do?
I would like you to stop working as a government employee for a private corporation and then asking private citizens on private property that are patrons of the business that you're supposedly protecting when they dare to look at you with a camera that all of a sudden you feel the need to interact. Why couldn't you just keep your mouth shut?
You're free to record me.
I know. I know that, even though you're engaged in your public duties for a private corporation, but I'm just asking why you couldn't keep your mouth shut.
I find it rather ironic that a big mouth like our Frauditor buddy here is telling someone to keep their big mouth shut when he in fact can't keep his own big mouth shut. And he's a true cop hater. I don't know, man. I'm betting if somebody broke into his house in the middle of the night, he'd be the first one to call 911. I need help! I need help! My house being broken into!
Alright, sir. Like I said, if you have nothing else to say, we're good.
Oh, but if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay too, right? But if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay too, right? But if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay too, right?
You were never detained.
So you're just gonna sit around and get paid by the corporation and the government paid for all your shit.
Yes.
And you get to have your government authority and your Wawa authority too, right? Because you can tell me to leave Wawa property if you wanted, right?
No, I'm not gonna tell you to leave.
But you could.
You're free to record.
I understand that. You don't have to. You're not telling me anything new.
Yeah. So.
But you didn't answer any of my questions. So it's Officer K. McKinney of the Hampton Police Department, hired by Wawa on, what's the address here?
2401 West Mercury.
2401 West Mercury in Hampton, Virginia. He's hired by the corporation to defend their private property, make sure nobody's stealing a pack of gum or some coffee or something, I guess.
Exactly.
Guess all the murders have been solved in Hampton. They don't need your manpower on solving anything that's already been done in real crimes.
Real crimes. Let's see now. Oh, like you, well, I won't say that. That wouldn't, I'm not going to say that, Frauditor. But, you just breathing oxygen, that's a crime. You're an oxygen thief.
You know,
So you got free time. Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You get to free up your time and use all the government stuff to make more money on top of the money we already got to pay for you to have all that stuff to begin with.
Yeah, if anything happens here,
You enjoy socialism off the back of capitalism. I have to pay for all your benefits. As long as you swear deference to the government, right? And then you get to take all of them benefits and work it into a secondary job, making money for the private corporation. And a black man at that is really terrible. You like being a slave patrol? And a black man at that is really terrible. You like being a slave patrol? And a black man at that is really terrible. You like being a slave patrol? Working for the corporation?
Alright, sir. You have a good day, okay?
Yeah, take care, McKinney.
Good night, sir.
You should turn this off. You're still wasting everybody's gas.
Good night, sir.
Why don't you turn that car off, pig?
Well, there you have it, folks. I can't believe what I just heard this Frauditor ask a black man in the 21st century. As a matter of fact, let's play it once more so we're perfectly clear. Roll that clip.
And a black man at that is really terrible. You like being a slave patrol? And a black man at that is really terrible. You like being a slave patrol?
Frauditor, I predict the internet's gonna roast you for that, and you see what goes around comes around because you falsely accused me of a heinous crime without doing research. So I'm happy to return the favor, except you said this, I didn't. No doubt about it. If you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.